I describe myself a rebel with a cause. I feel very, very, very strongly about the fact that we have lack of diversity in orthopedics. So I feel I'm a champion for it. I feel I fight pretty hard for it. My eyes are on the prize of diversifying. The running joke is I'm the Olivia Pope of orthopedics. You know, I'm the person in Scandal that goes out and tries to fix everything. And mentorship obviously is something I'm very passionate about. And the reason I'm passionate about it is that I didn't have mentors. I met some people along the way to mentor me, which I am so thankful, because without those individuals, I would not be sitting here right now. My mom was a single mom, 4 kids, came out of a domestic violence kind of household. Didn't have a lot, but we were happy kids. And we grew up in the inner city of Roxbury and the projects. I was the product of forced desegregation in Boston. I can just remember, police escorts to schools, and it was a big to-do. So my mother sought an alternative. So from 2nd grade to 12th grade, I went to Walpole. I lived 2 different lives. I lived my suburban life in Walpole by day, and then I lived my inner city life essentially in Roxbury.
Oh, there's me. I made it in the yearbook 3 times. Back in the day, right here. That's me running track. Cap says Eric Carson sets a record in the hurdles. That's me. Back in the day. Dancing and prancing.
So for me, I was very fortunate. I had a mother that was very driven. She felt education was very important. My mom has kind of been my hero my entire life. She's sacrificed all 4 of her kids. That afforded me this tremendous opportunity to, pursue all these academic things, which I never actually thought I could do. I knew that day one when I went to medical school that I wanted to become an orthopedic surgeon. My experiences as an athlete was those are the only physicians I really dealt with, and I thought it was really cool what they did. Orthopedics is really quality of life and making people walk better or have less pain. I remember going to Harvard, and I may have for a moment had a little imposter syndrome going, what am I doing here? I have some of the icons of orthopedics and their sons are here with me, who are kind of the chosen one. I mean, I'm not a chosen one. And then I snapped around real quickly and said, I'm fine. I've worked hard to get to this point, and I'm just gonna be the best resident I can be. When you are one of a few and you may not have as many allies, you're under the microscope at all times. So, your documentation being on time and being done rightly, showing up for conferences, not late, but early. All these little things are so important because we use the terminology, you can't just be good, you have to be great, which is truly unfortunate. It's been a struggle because if you look at the numbers over the last 20 years, they haven't budged. Underrepresented minorities, if you look at practicing orthopedic surgeons, we're actually about 1.9%. The numbers are pretty atrocious. As you get to the top of the pyramid, there are fewer and fewer of you. You got to laugh a little bit with it. You definitely need some resilience, but it does take a toll on some of us. One of the struggles in orthopedics is there's a lot of orthopedic programs that have never trained an African American before. I can relate to stories with my residents here where residents tell you they feel safe. They feel as though they have someone that has their back. They feel as though they have someone they can talk to. In essence, we're all human. We like to be around people who look like us. And that is an important characteristic that's lost in orthopedics a lot of times. And you can be out on an island by yourself on a regular basis.
Okay.
He's going to do sports.
He's going to do sports, yeah.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
We have, just great people here that are incredible allies, but they believe in really the concept of not just diversity, but the sense of belonging. And that's the word that I use more often now, because just creating diversity without that sense of belonging is failure every single time.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay.
So